Good morning, everyone. It's Greg here from Ragosa. Hope everybody is doing well. Welcome to the channel. I hope to earn your like and subscription today. Today it's Friday, end of the week. We're gonna have a bit of a longer video here. I discovered you can there's a pause button, so we're gonna run through the morning session and trade some volatility. What are we? 12 to 10, 12 minutes to cash open. So life is quiet. To give you an update on the MES weeklies, you know, we're getting the margin. Can we place the order? No, we cannot. Thanks Interactive Brokers. So we just chill. We're looking for another quick volatility scalp, a little Vega scalp here, and we'll see what we get. Hopefully we get something. Hopefully we collect some points, some tendies today. We'll find out. Right now, going into the open, let's just look at where everything is sitting. You know, there's a bit. I like, you know, who knows how everything's going to shake out in a couple minutes here. Let's see how much volume's going through on the big one here. We've got 235k on the smalls. $177. That's decent. Okay, you know, it's not bad for what got collected overnight. If you ever do this on your book trader, watch out, because you can trade directly from this window depending on how you set it up. If you have it set up by default, you totally can. And you know, there's a noticeable difference between ES and MES. You know, ES being 10 times bigger. You don't want to all of a sudden throw effectively a 10 lot into your account on a fat finger. That would not be fun. Okay, I'm gonna hit the pause button here, and we're gonna come back in like 10 minutes and check things out here and see how she goes. All right, see you in a little bit. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're 30 seconds to open, so let's watch the action. What are we gonna get here? Are we gonna get something? Let's find out. Keep an eye on the volume coming in. We're at 248. 1,000 lot just hit the tape. What did I say before? 248. Now we're 256. See, this is the volume coming through on open. Blink of an eye. Blink of an eye. Well, maybe a little bit slower than a blink of an eye, but pretty fast. What are we watching for right now? How violently this thing is moving. That's basically all we can tell. These are large orders coming in through institutions, you know, pension funds, endowments, sovereign wealth funds, stuff like that. The big guys. They put their orders in with their brokers, coming into market open, and then everyone tries to jockey for a piece of the pie. And you know, you can take part of this if you want, if that's part of your trading style. I don't know. I don't. It's not my jam. I trade the price discovery afterwards. Also, if it's a large order, and it's being routed to a bank like JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs or something like that, Morgan Stanley. The traders on those desks, on behalf of their clients, they're going to try to piece out this order over the course of the day and hit the VWAP, the volume weighted average price. You can see the VWAP on the tape up on the top monitor there. It's 74.51. Right now, that kind of makes a bit of difference. If they're buying below VWAP, it means that they're usually getting good fills for the clients, making everyone happy. But beyond that, I mean, some people draw or make their whole trading scalping strategy off of VWAP bounces. You can. That's more, straight delta trading, directional trading. That's not really volatility trading. And actually, it is not volatility trading. It's like straight up not. We know the VWAP's there. It's about as useful to us as knowing an iceberg order is sitting on the market. And if you guys are not familiar, an iceberg order is where you've got a large actual order sitting at the broker, and it's getting run piecemeal off into the market. Now, there are some algos that are throwing that market in, and they just slam the tapes with 1 lot, 2 lot, 5 lot, 6 lot, stuff like that. And that tape is firing it off like a machine gun. And we're at 278 now. We just picked up, what was that? 30,000 lots. 10,000 lots a minute, basically. That's what the opening rate of fire is right now. Okay, so anyhow, some of these algos, they'll just start hitting the tape, and you can look at this and you can see your volume bar and stuff like that. And you can see on my screens, I don't have volume anywhere. What I do is I keep an eye on how fast, how violently that tape up in the top is moving. And then the next best thing for me is this histogram. But as far as I'm concerned, the second that order has come through and hit the market, that's just dead noise. I don't need to know that it happened. I don't care. It is just not important to me in terms of trading. VIX is pulling back right now, which seems reasonable since we're in a bit of an uptrend. If you could call it that, like 4 minutes in. Not really. VVIX though, printed above 100. That means that volatility is still kind of juiced. So we could still get a decent scalp in. We'll see how we are in the next 10 minutes. I want to show you guys some stuff though. This is a good thing to look at right now. What are we here? I want to show you the 0 DTE craziness. You're probably already familiar with it, but what we really want to look at and what really drives a lot of stuff, in my opinion. Now, I mean, I could be completely wrong, and you guys feel free to call me out in the comments or throw down your own trading styles and whatnot. But for me, what is important, it is this strike, this strike, this strike. Come on, update faster. Definitely this strike. This one. This one. Okay. Now, why did I pick these strikes? I didn't pick these strikes based off their deltas. I picked them 100% out of current volume and open interest. Right now, what is happening is institutions, Wall Street Bet, YOLOers, your mom, they're all buying calls to get a piece of this action on the day, especially the at the money calls, because they're going to be the most violent. They're also going to decay in premium some of the fastest, like in real time. But they do what they want to do. We don't stop them. This creates pockets of gamma in the market, and so Citadel, Jane Street, those guys that are making these markets here, selling these contracts to the institutionals and the traders, retail trader bros, all those dudes. They're pricing these things out. Now, this 7,500 contract, this is probably not hedged one little bit. 7470, they may start hedging this out. Guaranteed though, 7455 has already been hedged out on their books. So we don't need to worry about that. These guys are running on pure delta hedging. So, they get the order coming through. What does delta hedging mean? They want to zero out this delta on the screen here. So when that delta is 44.3, that means for every ES lot here, they want to pick up 4 MES, because MES is 1/10 the size of ES. If you pick up 4 MES, that means that you only have a 4 delta exposure rather than a 40 delta exposure on ES. And they're happy about that. So if someone's wanting to come in and short MES futures, Citadel is just going to let them take that, and their internal book is going to say, hey, we are currently delta hedged on this. Our inventory is balanced. We don't have to do anything else. We're Gucci. This is all about inventory balancing and order flow. When people talk about order flow and stuff like this is really what they're talking about here. The market makers do not have, gobs of stock or futures or stuff basically sitting in their warehouse. They try to run as lean as possible. Having actual stock, having inventory, let's call it inventory rather than stock. Having inventory on their system is a cash drag to them and a source of risk. So they don't want to have that there. But if that inventory can be statistically or structurally zeroed out in delta, then it's already done and done, and they might as well be able to book those profits, right? So we're seeing here that what happens? You sell some. You've got some call pressure from these sales. It is creating a bit of a gamma. Pockets of gamma. How else do these things populate out? Well, the put call parity is a real thing, but again, nobody assumes market friction and stuff like that. And in order for put call parity and efficient markets to work, there has to be somebody on the other side of the trade. I mean, this stuff just doesn't come out magically. So on the market maker's side, we've got them wanting to delta hedge these calls that they've sold to the market with long positions. They can either bake out, or they can either zero out these long positions with short puts, which is an effective long, and then they can manage that with either shorting or buying the underlie as delta changes, as spot changes, and they can do that dynamically. Usually they don't go out and slam buy orders or something like that. That doesn't happen. They usually don't trade amongst themselves. They will expand and compress the bid-ask price to make it more attractive or less attractive, as the case may be, for a market participant to want to hit that order. And then they're going to sit around somewhat passively and wait for their book to, populate out. They've got risk managers and traders sitting at the table or at the desk, waiting to see, are our models working properly? Is risk going crazy? Do I have to step in here and actually throw 10, 20, $30 million into the market here to stop something from blowing up in our book? That's pretty much what their job is. Let's look on the put side here. We're going to buy them. So we've got some gamma. Oh, yeah, you can only do a couple of ones. Anyhow, you can see what this is at here. There's a decent amount of volume coming in at the 30 delta for puts. And if you remember in your financial engineering classes, if you took them, there are synthetics. And this is essentially a synthetic short ES future right here, due to put call parity. Except, synthetics, in my opinion, as an individual trader, we don't want to run synthetics very much, if at all. The other way you could look at this is financing a long put with selling a short call. Now you can do that, and that's a very legitimate strategy, but you're not going to structure it like this. This is, a learning exercise for us right now. So we're kind of looking here. Look at the bid-ask spread on this. We're pretty close in deltas for it to be decent. Except this is not actually here. There we go. So on the market maker book, this short strangle here, we've sold a call. We've also sold a put. We are delta neutral. At this point, they are short volatility, so they need to actively manage this on the on the underlie, and this is kind of where we come in with gamma scalping, or if we are coming out and we're selling front month volatility, we are providing essentially what are the calendar hedges for their books. So if we come out and all of a sudden we're taking the position of the market maker right now. So the market maker gets our order coming through. We sell the 20 delta strangle. Look at what happens on the market maker's book. Their delta is essentially still zero. And if we had, if I was able to see the combined Greeks, although the Vega are different because they're different days to expiry and stuff like that, but whatever. This is kind of what's happening inside Citadel's book. And this is why we provide a function to the market. And some academic theorists are going to say, there's no arbitrage, and you're like, yeah, we're not looking to arbitrage, bro. We're looking to warehouse volatility risk. We are taking on this risk the same way that you are warehousing long-term directional risk by buying a stock. It's the same, but it's slightly different. Whatever. Okay, I rambled a lot, and we're about the time where I like to get into positions. Let's look at where the market's going right now. Consumer staples up half. Discretionary basically a quarter. Financials essentially unchanged. Healthcare close to up 1. Communications 0.8. Utilities half. Dollar unchanged. Bonds unchanged essentially. Gold essentially unchanged. A bit coming out of oil. Decent amount, 1.5, 1.6. Might pick up. XLE though, capital flows coming into XLE with oil going down. Interesting. More strength in industrials and manufacturing's coming back. We've got some movement out of tech, and equal weighted S&P is picking up more than the usual index. Okay. So what can we discern from this? Most likely this is a capital rotation day. Again, out of tech. Tech is so heavy in the SPX. And into the rest. Cool. Alright. So again, we're looking for some intraday volatility, and I do not want to hold this position over the weekend. I want to have free capital so I can go sling some weeklies come Monday morning, because hopefully, well, I was hoping it was going to be today, but it wasn't. So anyhow, I'm holding capital for weeklies. That's really why I don't want to hold this thing over the weekend. So again, like yesterday, we're looking for a cheap leverage. That's why we're going so far down on the thing here, because it is cheap. 3's good enough. I mean, I don't know. I'm cheap. 2A. There's really no big difference between, well, there's more volume on this in open interest, so we may get, this is the one thing you kind of want to look forward to here. We're going to have a better market in 69.50 because there's more open interest and more current intraday volume than we will in 45.40. We'll get some decent ones here in 29 or 69.25. But the market should be a little bit tighter in 69.50. We're paying more for it, but that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna throw it in again for 3 points while we set up the monthly. Now, you know, it's a 38 DTE, but that's okay. Do I want this? You can see here, this is not the, whoa. Wow. 10-point candle. I just hit the tape. That unjuices things up. Do we need to change this? Let's see. I don't want to go 22. I want to say 20. I'm feeling kind of conservative here. Actually, let's. There we go. Let's zeros our delta, basically perfectly. Okay. Now, since I don't have enough margin to just throw these orders on immediately, we wanna pick this stuff up here. Let's slap the mid. Let's go up. Come on, take that thing. Take it, take it, take it. You're making me pay for this, you loser. Come on, now I'm already at the. I'm lifting the ass that you wanted like 3 seconds ago.
Order filled.
There we go. Okay, we're in on that. Let's double check the strangle. 19.9, 20. Still coming down. That's still good enough. All right, we're going to work this order here. Starting. You never know when someone may need to act on the other side of your thing, so this is why I like to basically just start at the ask and work my way down, because these markets are so wide that you might get lucky in the process. You are working the order here. We can probably get hit maybe 88.25. Let's see. Okay, let's let it rest at 88.25. No. See if we can get 88. Yeah, we can get 88 because this 88 is basically lifting the ask. We're watching MES drop a bit more. Come on, come on. Pick your quarter point off. Just take it. Just take the strangle. Come on, take the strangle. Take it. We are sitting right there. We are literally right there. You just touched it. Maybe they don't like. I mean, they should like it. You can see sometimes this stuff is not friendly. Oh, now you're at 88. Yeah, you're at 88 because this thing is just running back. Ball is expanding. I'm not gonna. We are coming close to the lows of the overnight session right now. Take this thing. We're like right there. Just take it. Let's try 88 again.
Order cancelled.
Okay, the market has shifted enough. I want to just double check my deltas here. I don't. We're replacing the order. I don't even know if this is the same delta as before or not, but I like this one. Yeah, this was a different order, different strikes. You can see that because the premium changed. I mean, I think we're making money on our on that put we just bought. Yeah, like $1. Cool. That's like what, a coffee? Can you get coffee for $1? I know you can in Europe. don't think you can get. You definitely can't get Starbucks for $1. Good old Starbucks. Frosty? Can you get a Frosty? You know, out at Wendy's by the dumpster. Go out with your wife's boyfriend. Do we want to hit this thing? Let's see how. All right. Well, I mean, volatility kind of, you know, it's expanding. What are we looking like on this? We could have some more room to drop. We're not trying to get things perfect, but we're also not trying to just be a bunch of, you know, idiots. Okay, let's work this order again. 87. Let's try to get this thing filled. All right, slam the mid. No, you're not going to take the mid. Of course, you're not going to take the mid. Now let's work. At this premium level, you need to go in full quarters. When you get above 100, you have to go in halves. Keep that in mind. Otherwise, you get really fun errors that pop up all the time when you're trying to do this, and I mean, it breaks your workflow. It's annoying. Come on, give me the position. Take this thing. I do not want to lift your order. I do not want to lift the ask. Just take this. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it. Fine. I'll go down to what you were wanting before. Loser. Take this thing down. I do not understand why it can literally be printing what you're offering. Like look at that on the depth of market. It is coming to us and it's not getting lifted. I do not understand all the time why that is the case. It's very annoying. I think it's because of the way that Interactive Brokers route some things or something sometimes. Let's just, while we're sitting here, let's pull up another strangle in case we need to reset the order. Sometimes resetting the order helps. That is the exact same one. Why? When you're trying to route these things as a combo, you're not actually showing up, or at least on my screen. You know, probably on some institutional screen they can see this thing, but I don't know. Is this video still going? Good. Oh wow, 34 minutes. Take the order. You already wanted to take the order. I don't know why you're not taking the order. Wanted to be in this thing. I am not going below 84. We're gonna sit it at 84, and you're either gonna take it or not. And if you start quoting 84.25, I'm gonna be one unhappy camper. See, you can look on the bid ask, and it's showing 84. So like we're showing right there that that's what we want. So it's updating on that screen. It's just, I think with the way that IBKR is routing each leg, it is just being a bit of a bitch. Excuse my language. Alright, come on. Watch this be happening while vol is contracting too. It is. We're literally there. You guys saw it real time. We had an order for 84 down here on the bid ask. It was literally hitting 84 on the depth of market. It was literally hitting 84. We should have gotten filled, and we did not get filled. And now this thing is changing. Deltas are changing too much. Oh, that's a 22 delta. And that's a 20. I'd much rather keep that extra distance. We're staying at 84. You know what? We are going to refresh this whole thing onto the books. Let's fire it off again. Maybe we can clear some kind of issue that's happening, and we'll get hit. I'm just gonna put something aggressive.
Order cancel.
Aggressive on the mid here. Okay, mid's that. We can't get that price. We can get 84.5. Okay. Maybe it's because I don't have smart routing set up. I don't trust them. maybe it's a me issue. No, it can't be a me issue. I'm literally putting this thing in here. I am the smart router. Right, guys? Isn't that the way that it's supposed to be? I don't know. Ugh. Isn't this frustrating? We're sitting here and we're not getting hit. Wow. You know what? I tell you what, those paper trading finfluencers don't have to deal with this nonsense. Those guys that like what Top Step or whatever this nonsense is, prop traders. I don't know if you're a prop trader. Go open up an account at Interactive Brokers or Optimus Futures. You know, do yourself a favor, tasty trade if you're down in the States. Um, go get yourself a real broker. Put money in the market. And deal with this friction that I get to deal with right now. Instead of this, some game. I hope you guys like the music, by the way. There's here, I'll show you what it is. It's this really cool thing, you know, Tiki Lounge. They've got they make these AI images here that sync up with the track that's being played, and it's really fun. Do they have the track names, or do you have to mouse over? Yeah, so they've got well, you can see this stuff like what's one like Torchlight 39. Where's 39? Okay, here. It's just like they tell a story, right? So here, I'll flip through. She comes down to the little tiki island, goes to the bar, you know, looking for something, and then the barman tells her where to go, and then she's going to some. It's really cool, eh? And then the old radiant room ghost, and now she's off. I'll post a link up to this in the description. I don't know, I think it's fun. This could be complete AI music too. I don't know, AI elevator music. I don't know. I mean, it seems decent for trading. Sometimes you don't want the hype and the pump up. Why are we not getting filled? Oh wow, look at this. Look at this run. And now Vix is you saw me.
Order cancelled.
It's like, hey, you bought your put, and now we're just going to make fun of you. Okay, let's try this one. I don't know if you saw that, but for a moment, mid went to 60 something or other. You know, it's bouncing around. Market makers continually pull their quotes like all the time, especially in ES or MES. They probably don't do it so much in ES because the market's so much deeper. But don't get caught out. Wow, that's a big move. Look at that. We're what, 20 points? 20 points, 15 minutes? Oh, sorry, 5 minutes. This is like our whole move for the day that we were looking to go scalp. There actually may not have been, but close enough. It feels like it. Are you gonna give us some pain trying to get this thing filled? Or are you gonna be kind to us? Are you gonna be nice? Okay, let's come back closer. 85, 75. It's taken so long for me to. Here, let's go back to 86, and I'm gonna go and update that put in the sheet before it becomes useless. Usually I do not have this much trouble getting these things filled. Like, I mean, you saw yesterday. I got lifted right at mid because we wanted to aggressively open. We didn't get it. Alright, and we got it then, but we're not getting it now. And we're so far over the mid price right now that that we've practically invited them to dinner. And these guys have enough money. They can afford to cross the... Do I want to take 85? I'll take 85. But 85, 25? Like, come on. Do you want the penny or the position, Greg? I want the position. But not if it's screwing me in it. Oh, now you're quoting 80. Come on.
Order filled.
Of course now you fill it. Whatever. At least we're in. Now we can see how much trouble we're gonna get. Now we'll see how much trouble we get trying to clear out of this thing. We got murdered on that entry. Absolutely murdered. Look at this. We're trying to get in VIX up here around 19. The amount of time it took us to try to get that fill while, you know, it was saying, while we were getting met, you know, we lost this whole movement. Let's say it's 19 down to... Well, we probably got in 18.4, something like that. 6/10 on the VIX. You know, that's here. What is like a just over 3 here? Remove all trend line. There we go. Like, no fun. No fun. This is supposed to be fun. And then, of course, since we just got ripped off on the bid ask, now we've got to wait forever. We didn't make a market for risk there. We just took it. But you know what? I am willing to bet, and I literally just did, that the market is going to stay fairly range bound and consolidate, and we should see more of a VIX collapse. We'll find out. What are eggs doing? Why are they selling off? Are they selling off because oil's selling off? No, WASD's not today, I don't think. Or is it? Let's find out. Oh. Here, let's watch me play some Go. Oh. Where do I want to fight? We're gonna go right there. Okay, so it is. SPX is going down. VX is gonna get bid up. We're gonna be losing some money on our strangle because, you know, we came in like a bunch of chumps. We're gonna get bailed out on like Vega today. Alright. I'm just gonna watch this for a bit, and oh wow, we're at 51 minutes. You don't need to watch this thing tick by tick, and I certainly don't. I'm gonna go look at some memes, keep an eye on everything, and if something happens, I'll unpause and do some more recording. Hey everybody. Alright, oh here's all whatever. I get a tough of air. So watch this for I don't know, some amount of time, hour and a half maybe, something like that. IV on the chain has come in. It dropped down to 13.8 at one point. We're at 14.1 right now. The bid ask best prices we hit were like 81, something like that, and 83.75 for some reason. Maybe not some reason. I mean, it looks like some skews getting baked in, and weekend positions are bidding up the price right now. Like the market has come down to 85.25 to 83. So like we're scratched on it. Because our fill sucked. Oh, there's 84.5. Our fill sucked so bad. But with the way that Gamma seems to be working in on the strangle here, it's just not something I'm liking right now. It's not working out the way that I want it to. You know, so we're gonna look to pull the plug. I highly doubt we're gonna get what we want. I will take 83. Where's the number here? Oh, watch that thing. Watch that thing rip. Lovely. Let's start right at the ask here at 83. Oh, look at that. I'm the only one sitting there at 83. Next is 82.5. Well, you know what? They want it. 82.75. Oh, they're coming up to 83. Watch me fight this thing for the next hour. You know, I don't want to go lower than 84, you know, pulling a point. It covers my commissions, and that leverage root bot, I am just going to keep it on for next week in case we can't scalp the weeklies. And if we can scalp the weeklies, maybe it'll work out. Maybe it'll be a little lotto ticket. I mean, who knows? I'm not in the business here of trying to trade cheap lotto tickets or subsidized lotto tickets. That's not my game. Um, but I'm also not gonna cry over, a couple points. What I am getting annoyed with though is how this thing is interacting. I mean, we've already hit this 74.90 price level before. You can see it on here, right here, 74.90. When we were right here, this is what, 40 minutes ago. This thing was pricing at 83.75. We could have hit the ask at 83.75 and closed out the position. And you know what? Euro bros are going home for the weekend, and for some reason that is keeping everything bid at the moment. It is the life of playing this game here. It doesn't always work out. It is not as straightforward as what the influencers try to make it seem to be. This is messy. But you know what? At least we get to listen to some chill tunes. Which is this one right now? Habibi Jazz. Oh, huh. I wonder if that's what they're listening to while they're moving the oil. Probably not. Probably not. Alright. What are we? 83. Sad us know we're 82.75. And that one's 85. Look, we are the only one that's traded this exact strangle today. It's just us. That's not great. But you can see though on the overall volume on the day, at least some people are existing. Spread is widening out on the call. That could be good for us. Could be. Is it still getting juiced? Kind of looks like it's still getting juiced. The deltas are just not working out right now. Not being friendly. Not being friendly. I don't want to sit here for another 20 minutes of the video just showing you guys how I'm getting frustrated with closing this thing out, because I don't want to hit the ask. There's a possibility that I'll end up closing this thing out while the video's paused, or the recording is paused. We'll find out. Oh hey, it's coming back down. The spread on this thing is wild. Oh no, that's our order. Let's see how this is going. Just pulling back a bit. Let's look at VIX again. See, VIX is doing what we wanted it to do. That is exactly what we thought was going to happen, or what our game plan was. Volatility, crush. Oh, that's a bit of a print. That's not good for us. Actually, they didn't do anything. Okay. But you know what? Like, volatility is doing what we wanted it to do here. VVIX, we got in, right around here. VVIX was over 100. It's pulled back 3 and a bit points. As expected. Things are working as expected. What is our issue right now is just market friction. The real world trading is rife with friction, and that's what we got here. But we got some Habibi Jazz. Kind of cool. Let's just throw 83.75. Let's see if for some reason it takes it. I doubt it will. Find out. No, we put that there and the algos are like, oh, someone is interested. We're pulling back, or we're widening the spread on them. They do that. Or I am at least convinced they do that. They see your order hitting the market, resting on there, and they're like, we're gonna go and wait this guy out because we can. And you're like, eat my shorts, dude. Good old Bart Simpson. Let's go back to 81. Alright, we're gonna pause the video for a little bit here and wait this out. Hey everybody, we're back. So I just want to give an update on what's happening. We've shaved off, or we didn't shave. The position lost about 2 deltas, and the bid-ask spread has basically not moved. You know, there's been what, like a 15-20 minute sell-off right now. Market's dropped about 25 points. And has this really helped us? No, not one bit. No. You know, well, like, chain IV has, you know, juiced back up. The skew that was getting bid in earlier is there and just not leaving. You know what? Things can work in your favor, and your position can still not work out. I mean, we got hit with a very difficult entry, and it looks like the exit is going to be just as much of a fight. That is the reality, everybody. That is the reality. You know, if you expand your time frame out to, you know, 2-3 weeks, you don't have to fight so much with this little bit of stuff. You can accept some slippage here and there. When we're trying to do intraday volatility scalps, slippage can absolutely kill us. Is this something that I would use to full-on build an account? No, it's not. This is a slow grind. I think it's more risk that you take on per unit of market exposure, like time in the market, than you really get paid for. And you have to deal with a lot of stuff like this. So I guess the big question is, why am I doing it? Because I've got capital to deploy, and I'm probably a bit of a trading junkie. Let's not sugarcoat things, and let's not lie. You got to stay true to self, and I would rather go and trade some S&P vol than scalp gold or oil, which, you know, I have done from time to time. The 1OZ contract, you know, 1 ounce gold, it's amazing. If you want to just play at the casino, burn some cash. I mean, you're not burning so much cash. It's gold. I mean, from a macro perspective, if you're taking a long position, it may not be so bad. I keep in mind though that it is a pretty leveraged thing. You might be only putting up like $150 in margin, but you know, it's not like it's insignificant. Okay, we've got a bit more of a sell-off. What is this happening to our position? Volatility is getting bid in, probably from the put side. That's kind of what it looks like. And call pricing is staying sticky. Joyous. We are not getting any help from Gamma right now. None whatsoever. None. We are getting hurt by Vama or Volga at the moment. And we just need to wait for that to sort of dissipate and level out. Yeah. Let's look and see. Since we're in the 38-day cycle, charm is not so much of a factor, especially intraday. That's more of a thing. You know, if we're holding the position for a week, you'll see charm work in there, and it works in your favor for these short strangles. But for these intraday scalps, not much. Not much. You get a front row seat to the auction though, so if you want to learn your Greeks and get a feel for how things move, I don't think you can do anything better than selling these strangles. You may want to protect yourself and hedge out some of your Greek exposure. Do it in a smart way. Don't go and set up an iron condor the way they tell you in the textbooks. That's just, I don't know. I mean, it's not what I do. If you want to do it, go ahead. I won't stop you. It's not what I would do. Usually, if you want to do an iron condor in the same, like it's not asymmetric, you want to do it in the same expiry. It's because you're trading a binary event. You know, you're trading something that is going to happen, and you're essentially fading the expected move, and assuming that something is going to stay range bound, and you're just putting hard stops on your risk. Like, it is very violent. Either volatility is going to get crushed or it is not. And yeah, and you usually want a short dated iron condor. You don't, like, you know, that's close to your event. You don't want to have a long dated thing. So, you know, if you want to trade earnings, the expected move on earnings, that's your structure. Kind of. I mean, earnings are a wild card. It's a good way to lose money. I've lost money on earnings. You know. All right, let's see. 85. It's still not working out. It's still not being nice. Do we need to wait longer? Do we? Let's see if we can slam the mid. 83. Let's cross the mid slightly. We'll take 83.75. Let's hang out here for a moment. Alright, so it looks like on the 30-second chart we've got a little bit of stabilization. You know, okay. Is this going to continue? I mean, who knows? Who knows? Decent volume though so far on the day. 859. What is ES at? $890. Almost a million contract. Well, yeah, 890. 890 is not almost a million. 890 is 890. It's still not bad. Decent day. Decent for a Friday. We are coming out. What is this? 9:59. You know what? I can't honestly remember what time. 5:52. All right. They are done. They have gone home. Gone home. Where was that print? Right here. Yeah, it's stalled. They were the ones that were keeping things bid. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so our 83.75 still holding on there. Looks like someone else is in the market. There's a 2-lot that's sitting out, but the market makers are sitting at 85.25. There was a 2-lot at 84.75. Now they're doing an 85.25. I mean, this guy's hoping that I'll come to him. I'm not coming to him. No, you come to me. You want this, you take this. Didn't sit in this all day just to give it to you. What do you think we are, a charity case? A charity, not a charity case. Let's drop this back down to 80. Remember, if you're gonna change things manually, be careful to not fat finger your stuff, cause that ain't fun. Slow yourself down, put it in, give yourself some time. You're not a computer, you're not a high frequency trader. You're just a manual dude slinging contracts. Slinging contracts, listening to Habibi jazz. She ain't bad. Ain't bad. I bet if we're gonna stay here a little bit more, get some consolidation, it could be something. Because honestly, I mean, like 5 minutes of consolidation is nothing. It doesn't mean much. VIX picked up a bit. Interesting. I think right now people are positioning for the weekend. If I had to guess. I mean, I would. Who knows what's gonna happen? Apparently, some Houthis attacked an oil tanker. 1 or 2 of them or something like that. Speaking of, let's look at oil. Huh. Okay, so 85.5. Alright, I am pausing the recording again because it looks like we're doing some more sitting. Alright, we'll check back in later. Oh wow, and we're already 1 hour 13 minutes. If any of you guys stick around this long, I hope this has been entertaining for you. Hey guys, we're back. Alright, so I just want to kind of show you a little bit of a trick. I'm getting frustrated with this thing, whatever. When you're trading the small contracts, you can pull up the large, when you're trading MES, you can pull up ES and see where the deep liquid market is pricing these things. And also you can kind of get some insight into maybe why you're having issues. So there's a ton of volume coming through on the calls on the day, and there's a ton of open interest. Not a ton of volume, I mean 332. Decent open interest though. On the put, there's only 173 open interest and no volume. The market makers are usually not going to give you a good fill on MES if it's outside of the range on ES. But you can see though, on ES it's 84.25, 84.75, and I am the 83.75 and they're pricing 86. They nickel and dime you and try to rip your face in ES, or MES, just because you're a little guy trying to make a buck, Not it's not gentlemanly. VIX picked up a bit because this is dropping. I mean, can't talk. In our whole position, like what do we care? We entered right down here roughly 74.47. Like, this theoretically should just come right back to what our opening spread was, and we should, you know, benefit from some one day of theta. Is that going to happen? No, that's not going to happen for us, because we cannot be so lucky. But anyhow, this, you know, just showing you here, this is why we're not getting hit. Because we wouldn't even get this fill on the large contract right now. So that's life. But you know, I'm sitting here at the price that I'm willing to take on this position to close it out, just in case someone needs to really kind of zero out their risk on their book. And that's why it's there. Hopefully the next time I unpause this thing, it's either because I have closed the position or we are about to close the position, because this has been a bit of a headache. Not every day is like this. This is a frustrating day. Honestly, this is more frustrating than yesterday. At least yesterday we could see things were not going in our favor and we pulled the plug. Today, things went in our favor and the market mechanics did not work out for us. So you can still lose even if you win, even if you're right. Alright, welcome back. Or I guess welcome back for me. You guys just seamless. Our little line in the sand here at 83.75 seems to be coming into play. Ass just dipped down to 84.50 while I'm playing my go. We might get hit. Let's give it a few rounds or a few moments here to figure out what's going on. And in the meantime, you can all judge my go playing. We'll see how she turns out. It looks like a little bit of premium is getting sucked out of the calls and getting pushed into the puts at the moment, which makes sense. The market has just spent the better part of an hour kind of in a somewhat, I'm getting this locked off, in a bit of a downtrend. The VIX bid up a bit in the whoa, you just made a mistake. Good for me. There we go. Priorities, right? Games. We'll see. If the ask heads back up to 85, I'll hit pause again. Otherwise, we might. There we go. Alright, let's not waste time here. Alright, so it's been like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes since I paused it before. And we're getting close to the end of the day. Just another hour and a half left. We're pretty much unchanged. And the bid just crossed our entry at 85.25. Vol is lower on the chain than when we got in at. We got in at 14.8. It's 14.4. Isn't this a wonderful day? Wonderful. VIX has come in the way we wanted it to. Day basically, unchanged. You'd think we'd win on the day's theta and we'd win on the Vega collapse, but that's not the case because we're losing due to the demand that's getting pumped in, which I assume from the weekend demand here into this front month contract. Like our deltas are basically zero right now, and someone shoot me. All right, we're back here. We're getting into the last 70 minutes of cash session here, last hour and a bit, and we're going into the weekend. It's time when you got to make a decision. You know, either we're gonna hold this thing over the weekend or we're gonna pull the plug. What does holding over the weekend look like? Holding over the weekend looks like probably wanting to pick up some actual tail risk hedge. Where are we gonna go? That's contract there. 84, 119. What does tail risk look like right now? 10 delta, 59. You know what? Okay, so that's 2 points there. What does it look like here? Quite nap. All right, so I'm gonna get slippage if I pick up the tail hedge. The tail hedge is gonna dampen any kind of vol crush that we get over the weekend, and it's just really gonna make things messy. Like it's not fun. So you know what? Let's look to just pull the plug on this. Or you know what? We're taking another loss today. Losing sucks, especially since we could have closed this thing out for like a scratch or a small kind of win. The market did not work out the way that we or I expected it to. I mean, we had some movement in the day. I mean, look at this. We got in kind of around here. It went up basically 6.5 tenths. Made a full round trip through the day, and here we are sitting right at the beginning. You know, volatility on the chain 14.8. 14.8 is where we got in, and it's just basically making us cross the spread again at the end of the day to get out and not hold risk over the weekend. I mean, why fight something you don't want to be in the first place? Just sometimes you got to take that L. Okay, so let's not take that L like a bunch of losers, though. A little bit of slippage on the. You know what? Like, we're not going to hold on to that onto that long put for long. Okay, let's move that up. Go to the ask. There we go. Let's start working this, and then we're gonna get out of that put. All right. So that's scratch, losing a couple bucks to commissions. There's losing a quarter point. There's half a point. Now, I mean, when I'm scalping gamma, sometimes stuff can move super fast. I have lost more points than this just fat fingering rolls. You know, sometimes you actually accidentally roll 2 contracts instead of 1, or 3 contracts instead of 2. You know, it happens. Ugh. Like, we at 1.25, we have just bought Citadel a coffee. Let's hope they send us a thank you note. Maybe we get on their Christmas card greeting list. Alright, 16.5, 86.5, sorry. Maybe it'll come down to us on that. We'll see. I hope they do. I mean, it looks like we're gonna have to fight our way back out of this thing. There we go. They may come down. Oh, come on, they just touched it. Just like this morning. What? Well, if you're gonna touch me, I'm gonna pull it back a step so you can play this game. Sometimes I can be stubborn. Here, are we still recording? Yeah, we're still recording. Oh wow, we're getting an hour and a half. Any of you guys are gonna watch this thing, you're gonna give me a lot of YouTube view time. I'm just learning this whole YouTube channel business. It's interesting. I can see why people get into the content creation game. You know, I am not going to be Mr. Beast though. Man, this is like every day is like Squid Game in here. Haha, there you go. 86.5. You're coming down to me. Well, actually, it looks like the market's coming up. What is happening on the market? Ooh, there's a rally in the alley. Get your stocks. Okay, let's go up to 86.25. Oh, they're already at 86.25.
Order filled.
There we go. We're out. Let's close out this. Working the order a bit. They're gonna have us come down pretty far. Bunch of chumps. Seriously? Come on. 3.25. That's a great price for that put. 3.25. It's perfect. It's perfect. There's a lot of rubber left on these tires. The engine's in perfect condition. Transmission, lifetime fluid. We'll even sell you the undercoating. We'll give you the undercoating for free. I mean, honestly, I'll take 3 for this thing, so I don't want to hit the bid. Out of principle. Oh, look at that, 86. Nah, this is the way. Really? You're gonna make me lift the bid? You drive a hard bargain, Mr. Market.
Order filled.
Yay. You know, for some dude that's just trying to show all y'all how to trade some options here, I am not showing you how to make money with them, that's for sure. Alright. What was that put? 69.50. Alright, so how much did we lose today? Through 1.9 points? Ugh. You know what, we could have made some cash. Maybe not. Oh wow, it's picking up. Let's be masochistic, because I know this is terrible to do, but we're doing it anyways. What are you pricing at? Oh, 86 and a quarter. Okay. Okay. You know what, at least we're out. Now we can enjoy our Friday. Don't have to worry about this. But yeah. Yeah, was that all we lost on the day? Yeah, you know what? You know what? Don't sweat the small stuff, guys. Don't sweat the small stuff. Okay. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Thank you for sticking around. If you're here at 1 hour, 31 minutes, thank you very much. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. And we'll try this all again on Monday morning. I don't know if I'm going to run another whole video for Monday morning. I might. We'll see. If there is the weeklies open, I'll definitely show you that and that'll be fun. Maybe we can play some more hyped up music or something instead of this chill out stuff. All right, have a good one, guys.